Howdy folks, Sapper here, aka Sean, and I'm bringing you some Worldspanner Factions. So, I've done a couple of turns, I believe, since the last video. I think I was at the end of turn 3, now I'm at the end of turn 5. So, a couple of significant things that have happened. Let me see here. And I don't remember exactly where in the order it happened, but because I don't take really good notes, but some of the things that I do remember. Let me see. So if you look over here, this is the under pit and the pit. That's kind of like, it's kind of like what the jail used to be in Duel of Ages 2. So you can see that Geronimo is in the under pit. And I believe if you go to one of, this is Death's Edge. If you go here and you're successful, you can move. You can see those little symbols right there. So basically, it's an arrow up. So you move up one, and then if you do it again, if you go back and do it again, then you can get your person out of the pit. But right now, Geronimo's in the pit, and that's where he's gonna stay. So how did he get there? First Marine Quag moved over there and engaged in some melee. And if you look at Quag, let's see here, he does 4 damage if he hits, and Geronimo can only take 4 damage. So he hit Geronimo and did a full hit and sent him to the under pit. Jerry Gillis took a couple shots at Thump. He had to reveal. He did a melee with the laser torch and missed, and then he shot him when Thump moved away. Now, this is on 2 separate turns because you can't melee and reaction fire in the same turn. So in turn 4, he tried to hit him with the laser torch and missed. And then when Thump moved away, he pulled out the Sharp's buffalo gun and shot Thump and caused 3 damage. So Jerry's the survivalist, right? So if you look here, he starts out with a total of 8 cards in his hand. So he has all kinds of gear. Doesn't mean it's all good, but he starts out with a lot of gear. So he shoots Thump. Thump is still able to successfully do the SO challenge. Let's see. So this is, that right there is Ryder. He pulls out his M79 grenade launcher and shoots Clara Barton from there. Blasts her pretty good. Causes 3 damage on her. So she ends up going to Death's Edge, to the Vortex, and healing 2 of that. So she got pretty lucky that she was close to the Vortex and was able to make an alternate decision, because she was, I believe, going over to Hope Hospice. Yep. She was going to head to Hope Hospice and try to win a challenge so that we can try to secure that faction. But luckily, she was close and she was able to heal a little bit. So I think those are the significant things that have happened during the last couple turns. So there'll be a little bit more to follow later. Alright folks, there's been a couple of turns where not a whole lot's happened. I mean, basically, people are trying to get into position to do stuff, right? And it takes, once you're dismissed from someplace, you don't always get a favorable dismissal. So, it's just been people jockeying to get into certain spots. But significant, the most significant thing, which I think could possibly be amazing. So Clara Barton. She was here at Hope Hospice. She had the challenge, which, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, this one right here. We found a lost calf. I know it's your day of rest, but could you try to find the owner? So it is a virtue challenge. And she is allied with that faction, so she gets +2. And if you look on her card, her virtue is a 9. So that means her virtue was an 11. So she was better by 6. Of course she amazed. The owner has sailed off to another continent. You find her anyway. So Clara Barton found the owner of the calf. So let's see the reward. So you get 2 cards, and then you get gold if your virtue is... If your virtue is above 3, you get a gold. If her virtue is above 6, you get a gold. And if it's above a 9 or more. So she gets 3 gold on top of that. So she got her 3 gold. And I chose to draw an elite card. And look what I got. I got Clara Barton found Excalibur. Now, if you look, it has no, what is that, pierce or puncture? Power. It has, the power is equal to the user's virtue +2. Her virtue is a 9. So the power of that weapon is an 11. So if she hits you with Excalibur, you're almost guaranteed to take 4 points of damage, because the damage is the number of hearts. Probably even more, because if you look here, when you amaze on a hit, you're doing +1 damage. So she could probably do 5 damage with Excalibur. So I don't think that Excalibur could have fallen into the hands of a better person. However, Clara Barton was a humanitarian, founded the Red Cross. In fact, there's a little biography on the back of her card, and I wanted to see. So she was like a battlefield nurse during the Civil War. So she will definitely be able to get surgical with Excalibur if she can get close to anybody. Of course, she hasn't revealed it yet, so nobody knows she has it. But she just might be the rightful ruler. The Lady of the Lake has deemed it that she is worthy to have the great sword. So anyway, that's the significant thing that's happened in probably 2 turns was her getting Excalibur. So anyway, later. All right, folks. Oop, my finger got in the way. There we go. All right, so it is round number 8. So we're getting close to the end here. And not much has happened since Clara Barton discovered Excalibur. I think Etamara, which is here, did very well over in Watchman Keep. He amazed he or she, I'm not quite, Etamara the mother, so it must be a she. Amazed the adventure, got a bunch of cards. I don't remember what they are, but you know, it's not super important. It's not groundbreaking. Actually, I think so. Etamara we got a 4-wheeler, and we got a dirt bike, and then we got a synchronized watches, which is if at the start of an adventure, owner is on adventure space of Lith's lair and no enemies are on Lith's lair, key space, play. Use and all allies gain +2 on adventures during this adventure step. So that's actually pretty good. But you got to be in Lith's lair by yourself. And if none of your allies are on adventure spaces, then it doesn't matter. Okay, so the transports are pretty cool. However, at Tamara, cannot use transports, I believe. Well, maybe she can. okay. So no, I was maybe confusing Etamera with somebody else. So, but anyway, all right. So I was digressing. So that was last turn. This turn, so the controlling donkeys have moved. It looks like we'll have an adventure over here. Wild Bill will have an adventure way over here. But before that, we have melee. Well, Jerry Gillis has decided to follow Clara Barton into Lith's lair. Now, he does not know that Clara Barton has Excalibur, so this could turn out very badly. However, Jerry Gillis has a laser torch, which is a very deadly weapon as well. I think Excalibur in the hands of Clara Barton is has the potential to do more damage. But the problem is both of these two characters, they're not very good. So when you're doing a melee, you have to see if you hit first. So we go in wits order. Clara Barton's wits are higher, so she gets to attack first. So you use your, what is it, your melee ability against the target's react. So Clara Barton's melee is a 3, which is very low. And Jerry Gillis's react is a 3, so they're equal. So better by 0 is basically what that means. So we look here, and we can look over here on the side, and we can see that a 0 is a hit. So she did hit. Now, this could probably be the end of Jerry, because she hit. And her force, I believe, power. So her power, or the power of this weapon, is equal to her virtue plus 2. Well, Clara Barton's virtue is a 9, so she has a virtue of 11. So it will be power against Jerry's armor. Jerry's armor is a 2, which is extremely low. Let's see if Jerry happens to have any armor. No, that's not armor. No, buffalo rifle. He's got the horse. Oop, can't see that. Got the horse. Got some kind of wildwood weapon. Let's see what we have here. That is not armor. And that is not armor. So, I think Jerry thought that he thought that Clara Barton was going to be easy prey. He did not know that Clara Barton had Excalibur. So anyway, back to how much damage. So it is power versus the armor. His armor is 2, so her power is 11. 11 minus 2 is 9, so she is better by 9. Now, there are some pretty bad cards in here where you can, it's a fop, a failure of preposterous proportions or something like that. I don't remember. I think fop is failure. It's failure of something proportions. I think it's preposterous. There are auto failures no matter what your differential is, but we shall see. So better by 9, correct? So that's an amaze, does plus 1 damage. Excalibur does 5 damage. Jerry Gillis has 4 life. So basically, Jerry is sent to the underpit. And here's the bad part. If you kill somebody with a weapon, then it goes to the discard pile. So unfortunately, Excalibur only gets used once. But, where are my... Let's see here. We'll put that right there. I probably should find the J for Jerry. However, only one character has been taken out. So Jerry basically drops his entire pile of loot right there. So that will... Oh, let's see how we do on some adventures here. So Wild Bill, he is in the Celestial Theater, and it is the Lavish Decor Challenge. So if he gives up a card... If he gives up a card, let's see here. Do we have it on here? Yes. Plus 2 boost per card paid, plus 1 gold per card. If the same faction, then I get to capture. Yes, Bill Hickok is the same faction. He is going to give up... He has 2 cards. He'll pay 1 of these. Let's see. Combat knife. Let's see here. I think the National Gloves do more damage, but it's easier. The power of the combat knife is a little higher. So I think I'll keep the combat knife. And we will just basically discard the... We will discard the National Gloves. And what was that? Lavish Decor. So he gets +2 boosts and +1 gold per card. So here is 1 boost, 2 boosts, and then here's a gold. And the reason I did this is because the previous turn I tried to do the quest. And the quest was this. So pay 3 gold and then you basically win, right? He only had 2 gold, so I needed 1 more gold. So now I have 3 gold. So now if I return to this Celestial, what is it? Celestial Theater, then I will have the 3 gold to pay that. So now I will go ahead and dismiss Wild Bill, so you can go to 3 or 4, which looks like, let's see here, so 3 or 4 are way over there. So it's not going to be an easy haul for him to get back over there, but I will go there. So there's that, and then I think we have 1 more. So we'll go ahead and do that. Who is that? That is Christina Carl's daughter. And if she pays a card, she gets 2 boosts. And if she is the same faction, she gets a gold. She is not the same faction. Her faction is the Warrior faction. And they want her to be in the Lord faction. So she'll get 2 boosts. She'll get rid of a card. I have a couple. I have one that was really crappy. That she's... you know what? I'll get rid of this pickpocket. So... probably not going to do me a whole lot of good. Okay. Just get this friction field generator, which I want to keep. I was thinking about getting rid of these grenades, but I'll hold on to those for now. So she gets 2 boosts. Let's just double check. That was... well, it's the same as that one. It's not Lavish Decor, it is Influence. But it's basically the same thing. So she does capture. And let's dismiss. So she goes to 4, 5, or 6. So there's 5. 6 is over there, right behind all that mess right there, and then 4 is way over there. Her faction, there's no faction-specific key for her on this map, so she's kind of a... she kind of just wanders around. Let's see here. We'll go here. We're going to try to... oh, actually, I can do this one, too. So that is Quinny Tane. She is going to try to move one of these 2 guys from the underpit to the pit. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, she has to do a fame challenge of 5. Her fame, I believe, is 5. Yes. So it's evil. It's equal, so 0. So 0 is a fail. So she does not get to do that. And she is dismissed. So she goes to 1, 2, or 3. What is her? Okay, she's here. She'll go here. And there you have it, folks. That is basically a round of Worldspanner. It's pretty quick. It's a lot. I think it's a little bit faster than Duel of Ages 2. They've streamlined things a little bit. Some of the things that I like, some of the things I'm like, you know. So, but it's a good game. Not complaining in the least.